It's what you see on the outside.
Sure.
Difficulty focusing, they're hyperactive, they're impulsive. But what we know, in your brain, you have different neurotransmitters that are sending signals back and forth. And two of them, norepinephrine and dopamine, are what we call stimulant neurotransmitters. If your brain doesn't make enough of them, you don't coordinate executive functions very well. And executive functions aren't necessary for survival, but they make it a whole lot easier. It's the ability to stay organized, remember where you put something. It's the ability to prioritize what's the most important thing and be able to kind of leave the other stuff be. It's the ability to control emotional responses. So sometimes little slights get really big responses, and other times when you're like, this is going to be ugly, and they go, no big deal, boop, boop, boop. Plays a role with working memory. So if you've only been shown how to do something once or twice and it didn't stick, you go home and try to do your homework that night and you can't remember how to do that math problem again. Plays a role with frustration tolerance. When you don't have enough of those neurotransmitter stimulants, you get frustrated and you have a really hard time drilling back down and getting back to it or problem solving it. And so you'll see some of those impulsive behaviors and that kind of easy temper and things like that. So all of those things, even motor planning is a piece of that. And so I joke around about ADHD kids can be clumsy and get going faster than their brain can keep up to say, you should stop now before you run into the wall. So all of those pieces are actually a part of ADHD. And so every kid with ADHD kind of pops up differently. Ralph's heard me say before, all three of my kids do have ADHD, and I laugh that we have 3 different flavors in our house. And so we kind of know we have to adjust depending on who we're dealing with, because, my youngest can still remember that he needs to take his trombone for band lessons on Tuesday, whether I remind him or not. And my other 2, if it wasn't like glued to their backpack, they forgot their instrument that day. So everybody's a little bit different in kind of how they present with ADHD and things like that. But it impacts all of those parts of functioning.